All right. Moving on to the next topic. Talking about Alex Pretti. All right, because this happened very recently. I've been seeing some videos online, and here's my stance on this. You have a Second Amendment right. So you can show up to a protest armed. That is well within your right to do. And so if you want to stand across the street from ICE doing whatever they're doing, armed, that is your right to do. And they're trying to paint this man in a bad light because he had a tool on him to defend himself, which is, again, well within his right to do. But isn't it interesting how there are certain people, MAGA, who are trying to convince everyone else that he is in the wrong simply because he was armed? Well, let's see what happens with that. Pay attention to this guy right here. You can see he's reaching down into Alex's waistband. Now watch what he comes out with. That right there. That right there. That is Alex's personal firearm that he had holstered. That he had holstered. And they're walking away. And at this point, that's when the first shot rings out. And then, I'm not going to show it, but after that, they then shoot him several more times as he's on the ground, lifeless and motionless. Let's look at another angle. All right. So here's the ICE officer. They're filming here. He double pushes this woman to the ground. They're not interfering with the investigation. They're across the street. So if they want to stand across the street, protest, scream, whatever, that is well within their right to do, as the First Amendment permits it. That is as our founding fathers would say, our God-given right? Or maybe not our God-given, but our naturally given rights. And then this is where he steps up, and it's instinctive for men to do this. He steps up, kind of, not even really. He just kind of steps in the way, right? As she's on the ground, bro then sprays him with mace, and then continues to spray both of them with mace. And then still continues to spray them with mace, and then they jump on Alex. Now you see that guy here? Well, I don't know if I could show that on YouTube. I'm gonna try and be careful here. But this guy right here, I believe. Yeah, so he is actively hitting him right now. He's actively hitting him. And then he moves on to the other side. And you can see here he's still hitting him here. Right before the shots ring out. That is very excessive use of force. This was very, very unlawful. Very unlawful. There was no disorder. There is no disorder that these people are causing, other than just being annoying. Oh wait, that reminds me. That reminds me. That reminds me of this video here. Check this out.
Yeah, that's a thing here. Yeah, yeah. Look at them. Look at them. The ICC is like, be careful, be careful. You're over here.
It's not illegal to record.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Why are you taking my information down?
Because we have a nice little database.
Oh, good.
And now you're considered a domestic terrorist.
Mm. So standing there and filming, they are going to put them in a nice little database and that they're considered domestic T-word. So standing there and filming is considered extremist. It's considered dangerous. Right. Now, obviously, this isn't all ICE officers, of course. But what is interesting, I'm trying to find it here. Where, here we go. Here it is. ICE isn't just trained by the IDF, by the way. They literally have an office on Israeli-occupied land. This isn't an anti-Semitic conspiracy. It's not. This is fact. It's literally on their website. There it is, Tel Aviv. So out of 1,000 ICE agents, 120 were confirmed to have prior IDF experience. Some may wonder if this is intentional. Could be. Don't know. I don't know. And I'm not going to say one way or the other. But it's very strange that we have people who are confirmed to have had prior IDF experience. And then we also have ICE, a U.S. Customs enforcement, having anything remotely in another country. It doesn't matter if it's Israel or not, but it's in another country. This should not exist. An embassy in another country. This should not exist. This should never exist. We should only have embassies in our country. But let's get back here. So, yeah, that looks like a phone, 100%. That absolutely looks like a phone. Because here, a lot of people were saying that, oh, he looked like he was trying to slash someone, like it looked like he was reaching for something, still trying to grasp at straws to try and get this man to look like a T-word. But here, people were saying that his cell phone had already been in his hand. Yes, because he was filming. He was filming. We saw that earlier. It appears he never let it go. That phone will have valuable evidence. It did have value. I can guarantee you they deleted that shit. 100%. But right there, I mean, it looks, I don't know if I can, I don't think I can zoom in here, but it absolutely looks like a phone because it's square shaped. Right. But let's see. Let's go back to trying to find. Oh, what did I? Oh. All right. I was trying to find a point where, because he didn't have anything in his hands at all when walking up to this whole thing. I might have to. Oh, here we go. Yeah. This is it here. All right. So let's. All right. So here we go. This guy right here, which is the one that we see right here. Okay. This guy walks up right here. You can see he doesn't have anything in his hands. Nothing. You see nothing in his hands there, or in his right hand. Nothing in his right hand. Nothing in his left hand. Until, I keep clicking the wrong tab here, until dude goes and look, he's ripping his shirt up. He's ripping his shirt up. And then you see him pull his personal firearm out from him, and he's not hit. He's not struck until after this douchebag disarms him. Okay? You guys can watch the video yourselves, but that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. They absolutely just they shove this guy here. And then this woman is filming. Dude double shoves her to the ground. He tries to step in front, trying to shield her. And then this fucking cuck here, this piece of filth of a human being, if you can even consider him at this point, that, which I don't, take it from someone who's been in law enforcement, okay? I've been military law enforcement. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable at all. Not acceptable at all. Spraying them. I mean, just all kinds of shit. So these guys can do whatever they want. They can disarm a man and then literally execute him. And then here's something else as well. Let's see. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Here we go. Yep. Ring cameras join Flock and Amazon to now create direct data access for ICE. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Your doorbell, your doorbell cam just joined the surveillance state. Don't get it yet? They're building a digital prison around you in real time. But sure, keep pretending it's just about deporting immigrants, which it only should be. It should only be about deporting illegal immigrants. Now, I jumped on the Renee Good bandwagon way too quickly, and that's on me. Right. Now I've taken the steps to look at all of the things before commenting on stuff. And ICE is definitely in the wrong when it comes to Alex Pretti. And this is why this matters. This is in New York. Oh no. No, I'm sorry. This is in Minneapolis. We don't live in a democracy, fucking idiot. Catherine, we don't live in a democracy. Here, I'm just going to be petty real quick. I had to be petty. Probably shouldn't be, but, whatever. There's that. And there's something else that I had too. There was another protest in New York. I don't know exactly. Here, let me see. Definitely spelled his name wrong. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I mean, hundreds, thousands of people are marching. There's one, oh, here we go. Yep, New York City. Where guys, we're reaching a boiling point. I mean, people are, I mean, they're furious. They're absolutely furious. I absolutely agree with getting illegals out. They don't belong here, especially when they have no desire to assimilate into our culture. Was it excommunicate Vance? And I'm definitely not going to say that these guys are right. I don't think hardly anybody in this particular situation is right, because these guys are literally marching for illegals. Okay, that's a massive problem. That's a massive problem. However, we also have ICE, who are doing what the fuck they're doing. Oh, here we go, right here. Yeah, this is in Minneapolis. Yeah, this is in Minneapolis. I mean, just look at this. All the while people have no idea what in the fuck they are marching for, cheering for. I mean, these people literally are marching for their own their own replacement. I want you guys to understand that. And Vance spoke on this. JD Vance spoke on this before the election, that what was it? Some guy he worked for. I don't think it was Peter Thiel at this point. But some guy he was close to, excuse me, working for, was literally talking about how he hated Trump because Trump was apparently helping out the American person, American people, and over illegals, because having illegals in this country is much more beneficial to those, CEOs, right? For cheaper labor. So he talks about this, right? And you guys can watch it. It was during an interview. I believe this was during the campaign, obviously. But yeah, they are actively changing laws, right? Where you don't even really need much identification, let alone being a fucking citizen, to vote. And it doesn't matter whether Republican or Democrat, they all play the same game. And they all play the same game because they're owned by the same special interests, the same foreign interests. People need to wake up and realize that. Politicians are not your friends. They are your overlords. Well, I guess they're the puppets of the overlords, right? You want to know who actually runs the country? Big tech, big pharma, right? The wealthy few who buy the sellout politicians. That is who actually owns the country. That in forward interest from a tiny country overseas, So once you realize that, there's no going back. Your eyes can never be closed again at that point in time.